Hello everybody, I am Heather and I am making this video for everybody for our new page. This is my very first time making a video. I honestly have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with this, and it feels a little silly to be talking out loud and to a computer screen that will eventually, hopefully, reach a lot of people. I guess I'll start out by introducing myself. Talon is my fiance, and he is actually at work right now, so as much as I'd love for him to be here to introduce himself, he is not. So we'll see if we can talk him into making his own introduction video at a later date for you guys. So I guess I will start out with a little bit about me. I was born in Hayward, California. My family and I moved to Boise, Idaho when I was about 5 years old. So I would consider myself more to be an Idaho girl than a California girl because I am 27 years old now and this is where I grew up. So where do I start? I guess I should start out with a little bit of background on myself. I was born with rheumatoid arthritis. I got diagnosed with it when I was 18 months old, I think. And it's something that I've struggled with for quite some time. And the reason I'm telling you about my arthritis is because with the purpose of these videos, I'm kind of trying to make this a place where people can kind of come together, or hopefully somebody can relate to me, or when Talon does some videos, that people can relate to him as well. To kind of backtrack a little bit, and again, I apologize, I've never made one of these videos before, so hopefully I get better at it as time goes on, but because I'm going to try to make these videos for you guys as often as I can. So the purpose of starting the Facebook page and starting the Instagram page for Toxic Free Power Couple was so that Talon and I could share our journey, our new health journey, with all of our friends and family, and hopefully with people outside of friends and family as well, struggling with some of the things that I have been diagnosed with. It's been a really big challenge for me. I am constantly trying to find support groups or find people that I can talk to on a regular basis about the struggles that I'm going through. And it doesn't seem very consistent, or I'm not getting what I'm looking for, which I don't really even know what I'm looking for 100%. I think I'm just looking for somebody who I can talk to when I'm having a bad day, a bad health day. It's just so nice to know that those people are there for you to talk to when the time is needed. So opening up to you guys about what I have is, it's a no judgment zone for me. If somebody comes to me and wants to talk about something, it's 100% confidential, with me and you, and I will do 100% my best to try to be there for you if and when you need help, or just somebody to talk to, because I know what it's like to be having a bad health day and not have anybody to talk to. I've always kind of been a person that likes to try to help people as much as possible. I try to make myself available to my friends and my family if they need somebody to reach out to talk to, just somebody to listen. Because I know that there's so many people out there that are lacking that now. And I feel like that's really important. There's so many things that are going on in our world today where we just text each other, or we'll talk about it on Facebook, and there's no longer any of that personal connection with somebody. So whether it's a message on Facebook, a text message, a FaceTime conversation, a phone call, there's just so much that we're throwing out there on Facebook, and a lot of judgment, and I don't feel like that's fair, because unless somebody really truly knows what you're going through, it's not fair for them to judge you based on what they think they know. And I hope I'm not sounding too harsh on that, but I mean, it's just kind of how I feel personally. So if at any time there is somebody who feels like they can relate to anything that I'm saying, anything at all, I promise to you that it will be judgment-free, and we'll have a conversation at any time that you want, and I will be there as much as I can. So back to the arthritis thing, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when I was 18 months old, and it's something that I struggled with a lot, especially in junior high, because the doctors had told my mom that it would go into remission and probably come back when I hit puberty, and it did, and it hit hard. The doctors put me on prednisone, they put me on methotrexate. Before all that, they started me out on 1,800 milligrams of ibuprofen every single day, which it gave me a stomach ulcer. It was awful. It got so bad that in junior high, that I had to use crutches, and at that time I wasn't popular. I wasn't one of the cool kids, and I was having a really hard time already without the arthritis with fitting in. And so to add crutches to the mix, kids are mean. Kids can be really, really mean, and that's so unfair. It's not. I think about all the kids that are out there that are struggling with this, and I think back to when I had to struggle through that as well, and it wasn't fun. So I feel for them, and I think that our children need to be taught to respect and educate themselves before they judge or make fun of somebody. I feel like that's really important, because I remember specifically girls telling me or asking me what happened, why are you using crutches? And I thought, I'm going to be honest with you, I have arthritis. And they turned around and said, oh my gosh, you're like an old person. And that is something that will stick with me for the rest of my life, because it hurt my feelings and it didn't feel good. And as much as I know I shouldn't care what other people think, I am a pretty sensitive person, and I take a lot of things to heart. And that's something that really stuck with me. And even as an adult, I still am self-conscious about using a cane or using crutches or wearing a brace, because still to this day, people ask what's wrong with you. It's in our nature to ask what happened if we see somebody using a cane or crutches or something like that. And when I respond with, I have arthritis, there are still adults that tell me, oh my gosh, you're too young to have that, or holy cow, you're like an old person. Well, that's not the case. I mean, anybody at any age can get this. So along with arthritis, because this video is getting pretty long and I didn't expect it to be this long at all, I do have endometriosis, which I did have surgery for 2 years ago, and it's still something that I struggle with. The pain associated with endometriosis is not fun, and yeah, the surgeries didn't really help. It's kind of more on a personal side. That is, I mean, if you ladies have struggled with endometriosis, please, please, please send me a message, and I would love to talk to you about it and see what you have done, learn what you've done to manage your pain, and help with things like that. And then last but not least, I also have bipolar and ADHD. I was diagnosed with that when I was 19, I believe. And having bipolar and ADHD, there's a lot of things associated with that. Once I was diagnosed with that, I was seeing this doctor whose name I will not mention because I don't want any problems with that. But this lady put me on so many medications that we were unaware of, that were brand new at the time, and the side effects were just crazy. I mean, I fell downstairs in the middle of the night. My legs were all bruised up. I felt drunk half the time. I just was this completely different person. And then I finally started seeing this other doctor who put me on medications that weren't as sketchy, I guess you could say, which helped. But if I missed a dose, the way that my body reacted to not having that medication in my system scared me really bad, to the point where I didn't like the side effects that I was having on these medications. And that was probably the turning point in my life, where I started really looking into the chemicals that we're putting in our bodies and how it makes us feel and how much it's actually affecting us. So I think that was probably the turning point in my life when I started getting really concerned with what I was putting in my body. I am now on a medication called Q96, and it has been an absolute lifesaver for me. It's just a combination of vitamins and minerals, and really it's a supplement that I'm taking, and my bipolar ADHD has been more manageable than ever, which is awesome. So if anybody out there that's watching is struggling with bipolar, ADHD, anything like that, I would be more than happy to talk to you about my struggles, share stories, things like that, because I know how important it is to have that support system. So with that being said, that's kind of a little introduction of myself. I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to look at my cheat sheet here because I kind of made a list of everything that I wanted to talk about. But I'm starting to notice that I'm going to have to make separate videos so that I don't completely lose you guys talking on these videos. So the purpose of the Toxic Free Power Couple Facebook page, Talon and I have decided to change the way that we're eating and change the things that we use in our home. We are not by any means here to tell you what to do. Our goal is to have everybody there during our journey through this process. We're still learning. Every single day we're still learning something new. So I love hearing everybody else's inputs and what they have to say, just because I feel like you can never stop learning, and it's awesome hearing what everybody is suggesting and what they've tried and where they shop and things like that. So Talon and I have made the decision. We've cleaned out our pantry yesterday. I don't know if you saw the picture. We cleaned out all of the chips and all the junk that we had in our pantry, out of sight, out of mind, and we have decided to stop buying anything with like preservatives and the added junk that they have in most foods out there. And I'll get into that later, but the purpose of everything is just to kind of share what we're going through. We're not here to sugarcoat anything, so don't expect us. I mean, we're real people. Obviously, I've made a lot of mistakes already in this video, and I feel like I'm rambling, honestly. We're real people. We're here because we're pumped about making a change for our life, and we really, really want to reach out and make waves and help people make better choices for their life as well. We have a lot of really good information that we want to share with people. We buy organic, so we're switching to 100% organic everything, and eating healthier. So I mean, we'll post up recipe ideas that, even though we believe that organic is what's best for you, there's a lot of people that don't think that they can afford that, and that's understandable, but we will post recipe ideas that are healthy, that you can also use regular meat, your normal stuff that you have in your fridge already. This is something that is in baby steps. We hope that someday we will have our entire home be everything organic, everything toxic free, but we're in the process. As much as I'd like it to happen overnight, unfortunately, we don't have the money for that, so it's baby steps. We're slowly making the transformation of our home, and since we're in the very beginning stages of that, we thought that creating this page to have everybody here with us would be a lot of fun, and we hope that you guys can take something from this and ask questions. I should also mention that we 110% support the Healthy Home Company, and we're really excited to be with that company, and we believe that their products are what is going to change this world back to what it used to be years ago. And like I said, I won't get into facts or anything like that, but I'll get into that later in another video. But so for now, I'll stop there, just because this was supposed to be only an introduction and it's turned into this whole spiel. But I do really quick, I really want to thank Crystal C. and her husband Paul. You guys are one of the reasons why we decided to go on this journey and actually take the step forward to becoming a healthy and toxic-free home. Whitney Sartain, you have been absolutely amazing with all of your information, and I know you're a busy person, so you really try to get as much information to me as you can, and I'm sorry that I asked so many questions, but you have been more of a help than you will ever know. Stephanie Krupp, you were another reason that I decided to really take this step forward in my life, because we had a conversation one day that, you know, it's not always about taking, you know, pills or supplements or anything. I mean, sometimes really it's about changing your eating habits and doing simple workouts. You don't have to go and buy a gym membership to get in shape. You don't have to go and buy this supplement or that supplement just to become a healthy person. So you are a huge inspiration to me. Tiffany Cook, you, the last few months have been kicking butt at everything that you're doing, and it truly is an inspiration for everybody. I know that you have so many followers on your Instagram and they all look up to you, so keep doing what you're doing. I cannot wait to see your show in June. You're going to do great and you're making awesome progress. I love seeing your transformation. Kim Burnett, you are always there for me also. You've been a huge part of this journey, and I hope that you'll continue to stand by our side as we go through this. And I love your advice and everything. I mean, you bring things up that I would never have even thought about. And last but not least, Amanda Stanley, you have been great with helping us with Talon's hypoglycemia issue, and the support that we've gotten from you is also very much appreciated. So if I missed anybody, I am so sorry, and I feel really bad, but I know that there's so many people in the groups that I'm in and the community and family and friends that have been so supportive through all of this, and we're really excited to start this journey with you guys. Feel free to message me or leave in the comments anything that you have questions about, anything that you would like to see from us. And we're happy to have you guys here. Spread the word, share the video, share the page. We want everybody in and on this, as many people as possible, you guys. We are ready to start a movement. We're moving mountains. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. So thanks again, guys.